Shane's grandmother Janice was supposed to bring him back on Saturday, and we were going to leave Sunday morning. And when he didn't come back, then it was like, whoa. So I went over to Shane's grandparents' place. The house was empty. And I'm looking through windows. There was no one at that house. Immediately, I knew that something was wrong. I was distraught. I called Denise. I'm like, Denise, your mom was supposed to have Shane back to me. She isn't here. And she's like, let me call my mom. She never called me back. I tried to get back in contact with Denise. She had disappeared. Why would somebody disrespect me like that and just take my kid and go? So I called a friend. He was a motorcycle policeman. I'm like, hey, so I'm having a problem with my son. I'm like, I need to go and get him. You know, what can I do? His name is Shane Baker, just in case he could look something up. And he says, oh, he's not in your name? And he says, if you go and get your son and his last name is Baker, I mean, you can end up going to jail.
We were fairly poor. I mean, he didn't have means to get a detective or a lawyer or money to try and go and find Shane. Seeing this, it just brings it all back to your face that so much was hidden.
Now all of a sudden, I realized that they manipulated this whole situation from day one. I had no idea that anybody would be that evil.
Growing up, my father played no role in my life. In fact, in all of my clearest childhood memories, I'm living with and being raised by my grandparents in Round Rock, Texas. I always felt different from my grandparents because I could always see that I was darker than them, and I could see that my hair was different from their hair. My grandmother and my grandfather would tell me that the reason that my skin was darker was that I tanned very easily. But I knew it had something to do with blackness. My grandparents wanted me to believe I was white. I must have known my father was black because my grandparents would tell stories about my father's side of the family. And the one I remember most particularly is the story of them stealing my Christmas presents when I was a year old. The general idea was to keep me from wanting to find my father. But I also think to get me to dislike black people. My grandparents were very racist. I was the target of their racism. My grandmother's family was Austrian. She sympathized with the Nazis. She taught me the Nazi salute. My grandfather was very physically abusive, and I didn't want to incur his anger. One memory I have, which is hardly a memory, it's really just flashes of this thing happening. When I was almost 4, I was crying about something I wouldn't stop crying. And my grandfather threw me into a wall.